In this video, I'm going to talk about set theory. But before we move to set theory itself, let's define sets and the type of sets that we have. Why do we have to do sets? Set itself is a well-defined object, as has been shown on the board. Now, why do we do sets? Why do we need sets? The reason we do sets is just what? To avoid repetition of what? Of a particular number. For instance, in a school, we can have like 20 students in the class. Out of those 20 students in the class, some of them will have a particular department they are, which means they are not offering all the subjects. That means all the students will offer maths and all the students will offer English. Now, likewise, some people that offer government will also offer literature. So let's say, take for instance, that none of the students offer physics or chemistry. That means there's no science student in the class. So we only have commercial and arts. So if they say 10 students offers literature and 13 students offer government, that means if I add that up, that's about 23 students, which is more than the total number of students in the class. Remember, we have just 20 students in the class. That means I have counted some people twice. Now, that is why we introduce sets. How can I make sure that I find this number of people? People that are offering only government, people that are offering only literature, and people that are offering both, which means total must give me 20. But before we move to those cases, I may drop that in the second video. Let's check the types of sets that we have. Let's start with set and its what and its elements. Now, the first type that we have is universal set. What is universal set? Universal set is the mother set of all sets, which means when I say mother set, I mean that is the one that all sets is being gotten from, which means, as the name implies, universe. What is the meaning of universe? Universe simply means the what? The world, the general, where everyone comprises. So we can say a universal set is a set of sets that contains all types of any part of sets. Now, this universal set, what is the element of what are the elements of universal set? The element of universal set is the combination or all the elements a particular set we have or all the sets we have, and it's always denoted with the sign micro. Sometimes we use sigma, sometimes we use capital letter E, etc. So that means, let's say for instance, let's take for instance, I'll say universal set. For instance, now if universal set is the what? Number of states in Nigeria. You can say number of countries in Africa, etc. Now let's move to singleton set. What's the meaning of the singleton set? Remember, I said earlier that universal set is being denoted with this, or letter E, or even sometimes they might use letter U. So when we say a singleton set, what is a singleton set? A singleton set is a type of set that has just one element. Yes, as the name implies, single. What does single means? One. So a singleton set is a type of set that has only one element. Now let's take for instance, note, I forgot to say this earlier. All the elements of a set are embedded in a curly bracket. So we say a singleton set. How do we do a curly bracket? Very simple. This way. So we say a singleton set. Oh, let me draw it here. This is spelled Curly, a curly bracket. Now, a singleton set is a type of set that has only one element. That means if I have a set, note, a set is being denoted with a capital letter and the elements or members are being denoted with what? Small letter. What are members? What are elements? Members or elements are the things we can find in a particular set. So from here, we say a singleton set is a type of set that has only one element, just one. For instance, letter A. Another one that we can say is what? A singleton set, you can take it back to a man that has just one wife. That's a singleton man. Okay, let's take it out. The second one, we have cardinality set. What's cardinality set? Cardinality set is the number of sets a particular is the number of elements a particular set has. And it is also denoted as what? N into bracket. The set, let's take for instance, maybe set A, that's capital letter A, equals to might be 5, it might be 8, depending on what A is. For instance, if A equals to A, B, C, That means the cardinality of A will be the number of elements in A, which is what? 1, 2, 3. So the answer here is just 3. Very simple, right? Yes, it looks more simple. That means if they ask you, what is the cardinality set of states in Nigeria? That's what? 36. Very, very simple. Now, the next one that we have here is we have power sets. What is power set? Power set is the numbers of ways a particular set can be rewritten. Yes, power set. I've talked about cardinality. Oh, sorry for that. Cardinality. I said cardinality is the number of elements a particular set has. It's always denoted as what? N into bracket the set. The next one is power set. When we say power set is the number of ways a particular set can be written. Power sets. So for instance, if they say A equals to AB, that means this set, another ways, the number of ways we can write this thing is called the power set. So we can say letter A. No, before that, all elements used to have empty element or empty sets as their first subset. Oh, we are still coming there. So that means in this place, we have to write what? Empty set first. A set that doesn't have anything, yes, before all these ones now comes. That means we can say an empty set is a what? Is a pioneer, which means no one is living there before all these people that came in. So the next one will be what? Ordinary A. The next one could be what? Ordinary B. And the next one will be what? Ordinary A and B. Note something. If I wrote BA, it's still the same thing as AB. So I must not write BA again. So how many do we have here? We have 1, 2, 3, 4. That means the power set for this element for this set is what? Is 4. Now there's a quick formula I used to give my students. And what's that formula? The formula is 2 raised to power n, where n is the number of elements the particular set is having. Now let's check the set A. Set A has just 2 elements. That means the power set of this set A will now be what? 2 raised to power n, which was 2 raised to power 2. And 2 raised to power 2 is the same thing as what? 2 times 2, as in 2 in 2 places. And that's what? That's 4. That means it's still the same thing as what we get here. Now let's take for instance, what if A is now equals A, B, C, D, E, F? That means the power set will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 2 raised to power 6. Remember, 2 raised to power n. Then the next one will be was 2 raised to power 6. And then what's 2 raised to power 6? 2 raised to power 6 is 64. Now, let's take for instance, what if this formula does not appear or we don't know this formula? That means I'm going to write this elements. I'm going to write it in 64 places, then I'll not count it. No, that's very stressful. Now, the stressful part is now subset. What is the meaning of subset? Subset is a type of set that shows that you can bring a particular element out of one, which means if I say A set subset, I say subset is always denoted with elongated C. Yes, elongated C. Elongated C. Letter C. Then elongate. That means, oh, I'm very sorry about that. I didn't talk about power set finish. Power set is always denoted as P, which means they tell you that element set A equals to A, B, C, D. They tell you that find A raised to power P. That means what? That means power set. And that's what? 2 raised to power 4. And that's 16. Very simple. Now, this power set now is now the what? The ways a set can be rewritten, can be rewrite. Yes. As I said, it's always denoted with what? Elongated C. Which means, for instance, if I say set A equals, let's say AB. Let's start with that. That means the subset of A, elongated C, is now what? Empty sets, set A, set B, set AB, and that's all. Subset does not deal with number. They deals with what? Showing the ways that we can realize this thing. Which means if they ask us what are the subsets of A, subsets of A are empty sets, set A, set B, set AB. That's all. But if they ask us what's the power, what do you have to do? Just count 1, 2, 3, 4, and the what? It is 4 for power set. But for subset, we don't count. We show it instead. Okay, the next one is non-set. When I say none, as the name implies, none or empty. Empty. This is a type of set in which it has no element in the universal set. For instance, now when we say non-set, we can say, let's say our universal set is equals to A, B, C to Z. Then it now asks us if set A equals to O numbers. O numbers. Then what are the elements of A? That's very simple. Element of A is what? 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on and so forth. So if they now ask us what is set A intersect the what? Universal set. That's what? Empty, because there's nothing that is common between sets, the universal set and the what? And set A. Another one that we could have is find the what is common between let's say set A equals vowel letter and set B equals consonant letter. Then they ask us what is then common between A and B. That's A intersect B. Oh, I've entered intersection. So we are coming there. What is common between A and B? We say what? Nothing is common. And that's what? Empty set. An empty set here is always denoted as empty curly brackets. Write only empty curly brackets. Don't put anything inside, because if you say set element 0, this thing here, it has an element. And what's the element? 1. It has, they ask you what's the cardinality of this? It is 1. Then what's the power? That's 2 is power 1, which is what? 2. But they ask you what is the power set of a non-set. What could that be? That's 2 is power 0, and that's why. Which means the power set of a non-set is equals to 1. No set has its power as 0, or you write it as 0 cancel. You can write it this way, or you write it this way. Both are correct. Now the next one that we have here is what? Union set. What do we mean by union set? This union set, as the name implies, union. Let's unite. So we say what? Joining of what? Of 2 or more sets. And remember, I told you earlier, the reason we are doing sets is that what? We are avoiding to repeat a particular number. That means union set will have what? Joining of 2 numbers without repeating a particular element. Yes. Which means if I say set A equals A, B, C, and set B equals D, E, F, then A union B, union is always denoted as letter U. Yes, letter U. This letter U. It's very easy to write. Don't circle it, please. So they say find A union B. What does that mean? It means that join set A to set B. So if I want to join set A and set B, what do I have? I'm going to have A, B, C, D, E, F, and that's all. Now, before I move to the next one, which is intersection of sets, let me quickly branch to somewhere. We have proper set and we have improper set. What is proper set? A proper set is a type of set in which one set is not equal to the other one. Let's assume that A equals to ABC and B equals to D, E, then F. Then we can say that what? A and B, since they are not equal to each other, then it is what? A proper set. Yes, proper set. But once they are equal, then they becomes what? Improper set. Since A equals to ABC, let's take B to be equals to BAC. Hope you know that both are the same thing. A is here, A is here, B is here, B is here, C is here, C is here. That means A equals to B, and that's what? Improper set. Because we don't want them to be equal. Do you understand? Yes. Let's continue. The next one is intercept set. Now, when we say intercept, what does intercept mean? Remember, the first one that we talked about was union. I said it's noted with U. Now, the next one is what? Intercept. When we say this intercept, what we mean is what? As the name implies, intercept. What does intercept simply mean? Intercept means that where 2 or more lines meet. That's a point where lines meet. That means that point is the point whereby this line and the other line has something in common. That means the intercept set simply means what? Finding what? These elements that is common between two or more sets. So let's say intercept is always denoted as letter N. Yes, opposite of what? Of union set. Just inverse it. But you know something? Union set can also be called addition set. Now this intercept set, we said we have set A to be equals to, as we always do it, A, B, C. Then set B to be equals to, oh, let's take something new, C, D, E. Then that asks us, what is A? Oh, let me take this off since we have it already. So what is A intercept B? That is, what is common between A intercept B? So you say A intercept B will be equals to, what is common between them? A is here, A is not here, so it's not common. B is here, B is not in B, it's not common. C is in A and C is in B, so it is what? C. And that's the final answer for that. Now the next one is the last one is what? Complement set. What does complement set mean? Complement sets is the type of set that shows the elements in the universal set but not in a particular set. Which means if I am living in Lagos, then the complement set of me living in Lagos will be what? The other 35 states in Nigeria, apart from what? Apart from Lagos state itself. Which means complement set simply means what? The elements that we have in the universal set but we don't have in what? In a particular set. For instance, let's say uh we say the universal set equals to A, B, C to Z. This means that let's say A is then equals to vowel letter. Vowel letter. That means A is then equals to what? A, E, I, O, U. Then the complement of A raised to power 1, or they will give you as A raised to power C. Both means complement. What are the complements of, what are the elements of complement of A? That's very simple. That will be consonant letter. Since we know that the English alphabet is in English letters is being divided in two parts. The English alphabet is being divided in two parts. We have the consonant part and we have the what? The vowel part. Since A equals to the vowel letter, then simple, we can say what? The complement of A will be what? Consonant letter, because in our universal set, we have all the letters. That's A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, Z. Now, we have taken the vowel letter already. A, E, I, O, U. Now, what will I be left with? B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, etc. And those letters, they are called what? Consonant letter. Now, in the next video, we are going to solve lots more of questions. So do well to watch out for the next video. And don't forget to like and share, subscribe, and tell your friends about this. Thank you.